Welcome back. It's the last leg of Tuesday's Daily Rundown. Now, we've just been swapping stories about all our bargains and those bargain shops. There are quite a few actually, though, aren't there? To be fair, for you to have a mosey around. I always lose a couple of hours, I think, if I go into one though.
Yeah,
like
great. I can't spend long in them, as my wife Serpa will tell you. After about 10 minutes tops in any shop,
start getting panicky.
I start to transform into a werewolf or something. It's not a good thing. So it tends to be in quick, out, and I'm fine.
But that sounds like a typical male shopper to me.
It is a bit archetypal male, to be fair.
That's the problem. You end up buying rubbish, and then you can't take it back because the amount of time that you spend in the shop, you end up coming back with like more rubbish.
And exactly, and also, do you feel a bit embarrassed sometimes if you buy? Would you buy, like, you know, if you bought something that's cheap, and I know it's stupid because money is money, but you sort of feel like, oh, it was only a tenner, should I bring it back? But if you do that 10 times,
that's it.
It's 100 quid, isn't it?
Yeah,
anyway,
that's more than a tenner. We
should do some kind of bargain tips every now and then, like an open discussion. Right, let's go to our quirky stories of the day that have been making the news today, and it's the first time I've heard them, so they'll be genuine, surprised facial expressions you'll be seeing from. The famous Chewbacca mom, who had the world in stitches when she posted a video of herself playing with her Chewbacca mask, has received a new toy. We've got a picture as well. There she is, Candace Payne, the woman behind the mask, now has her own real-life action figure. And there it is. Who's made that?
Is that actually...
That's her.
That's what she looks like.
Yeah, that's what she looks like.
Is it? Yeah.
They've just swapped it around though, haven't they? They've now given her a Chewbacca body but her own face.
Yeah, I'd prefer, like, surely they should have like put a Chewbacca mask with that.
Maybe it comes as an accessory.
No, she wouldn't be famous though.
No, like a Chewbacca mask to go over her head.
Yeah, like you can. So that's it, and then you can put the mask on.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to pay an extra 50p for that.
Well, yeah,
have we got one?
Tom, you're dying to put this on.
Look at that.
Of course I am.
Oh, that's just to say about it.
Crikey, I've never seen one of these before.
Have you seen the clip, Stephen, though?
No.
I've
missed this.
Facebook's most shared video.
And she was wearing this very thing.
As well.
50p shops.
That's a good look. Yeah.
Can I do the rest of the show like this now?
No, because you're causing
because you're making an awful lot of noise.
You might as well leave it open, Tom.
You need to close the mouth. That's it. That's so much better. That is a better look.
I think it's too small for you.
It's right. So what I've learned is that woman has a smaller face than me.
Translation.
That's what I've learned from this.
The woman had a smaller face.
Well, the clip, if you watch it, Stephen, it's actually worth watching. It was the most shared video by millions on Facebook.
I'll have a look after the show.
It's a very, very simple video, though, as well. It's hard
very good, those masks.
RTD, Adam, I think he has trouble getting working as well, don't you, Adam? Okay, so something to do with your face shape. It has to have a very... too long a face. There you go. So she must have a very specific... Do you want to go, Stephen?
He's got that. Look.
Yeah, I've got it down now.
You got it now.
Like, I know how this is working now. I want my own toy. But mine had better come with a mask.
That's a good look. That is excellent.
Coming to 50p shops near you.
I don't know why this took off so much though.
Sometimes things just catch the public imagination, don't they? And they just it's that viral thing, isn't it? It just gets a life and woohoo, off it goes.
It's contagious.
And I can see it happening again now.
The woman is absolutely just killing herself laughing. She's crying laughing. She's in the story. And obviously it's quite a geeky story in that, isn't it?
And we like laughing.
Tom, I'm going to take it from you.
No.
I'm afraid. I know you don't want to. No. Right, we'll go to our next story.
Because we're moving on now.
Off with the mask. We all enjoy discovering something new on the internet. We just have, kind of, and Google Earth is a great source for funny street names. Someone has discovered on Google Earth images of what could be a mythical beast off the coast of Antarctica. Let's have a look at this. Ooh. Does it look Loch Ness-esque?
Where's off the coast of Antarctica?
Well, they're wondering, is it the legendary Kraken that sinks ships? Kraken? I don't even know.
Yeah, the Kraken is this mythical beast that lives in the sea.
Is it him?
Well, normally mythical beasts are, aren't they? If they're baddies. and this is a baddie.
Yeah.
So this sort of comes out, and doesn't the Kraken come out of the sea and sink the ships? And
Isn't the Kraken,
is that not a Kraken?
Like a giant? In real life, isn't it essentially just a giant squid?
And it's potentially
the giant squids, like, isn't that where it kind of like
that's probably
like
true,
came
that.
from? Our mermaids came from manatees.
No, I didn't know.
And
that,
dolphins and stuff like that.
Possible.
Yeah, because you'd see like sailors would see the fin like diving away, and they'd think that they'd seen a real mermaid, even though they'd probably seen like a sea mammal.
Yeah,
that's
probably true.
Very
that.
disappointing.
And again, it's the same with like the Kraken. It was like a giant squid that you'd see the tentacles going away. And that's what you thought.
You've become far too logical. We preferred you with the mascot. Don't.
No, leave Chewie on the couch there. He's fine. That's kind of disappointing to me about the mermaids one though. It's just come from dolphins.
Yeah,
It's probably right. There's
Did
probably
they not
something
know
in
that dolphins
that.
existed?
Right?
Did they not know that dolphins existed?
it was a lot of
maybe,
blokes on
Drinking rum.
drinking rum, getting randy on a ship, going. I'm sure that had some lumps on the in between those fins.
Wishful thinking. He's been out at sea for weeks and weeks and weeks with all men.
The poor sailor that said, no, that was just a dolphin.
Thrown overboard.
He was overboard, gone.
The giant squid thing though as well. I mean, have you ever seen?
Oh yeah. I was in a museum. Where was it? It was
Petrifying.
somewhere. It was somewhere like New Zealand or somewhere, and they had this not mummified. What do you call that? Preserved.
Yeah, formaldehyde.
Giant squid. Sort of. It was monstrous,
Like what
and
size?
that's why I can believe that theory of. They were seeing that. If you see that sort of thing coming to a ship or on it or whatever, the Kraken was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm petrified of the idea of octopuses or octopi.
Oh yeah.
I can also tell you where the Flying Dutchman came from as
Go
well.
on.
Right, so the Flying Dutchman was the
As long
thought
as
that
it's
they'd see this, this ship, floating through the air, and what that was like a refraction of either your own ship or another ship, and it looked like it was floating in the distance.
That's probably
and
right.
they thought it was this phantom ship.
Right, Tom.
Sounds right as well.
Smashing all the urban legends here on the couch this evening.
Can you do anything about the A-boards? Is that possible? Could you?
I can tell you where they're from.
They're real.
People who've
50p
grown
shop.
beards who kind of think that they're a bit cool, and don't have enough money for a proper chalk. Thinking that they've got something funny to say when in fact it would do as a tweet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh dear, right. The owner of a Range Rover was called out on their bad parking by the funny folk in North Wales. More pictures. Oh dear.
On the disabled spot, is that the issue there?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
not even in one
It's not
space.
even in one space,
Two
is it, to be
spaces,
fair? Yeah.
partly disabled spot.
Their awful attempt at parking did not result in a parking ticket, but instead they received a kindly worded notice. The note reads, "I am giving you this dog. His name is Spot. I thought you might want him since you take as many spots as possible. I hope this helps." A new alternative to a parking fine. Would you be? Of course you would prefer this because it doesn't cost you money.
Yeah, if you were the recipient, then I'd go with that. Especially as from the look of it, you can colour it in and everything. If you're a bit bored,
Nice little picture.
that adult colouring in craze
Therapeutic.
that's sort of taking off.
Huge.
Spot the dog there. You could get him coloured in.
Yeah.
Job done.
Do it while you're driving, and then when the police take you over, they'll go, "What were you doing?" "Well, I was just colouring in this picture of the dog."
Parking fine.
And then they go,
Heck.
"Well, I see that you like colouring in. I'll give you this colouring book. It's also got a dot to dot in there. You've learnt your lesson."
And that's it. End of.
Do you know? Does this annoy you though when you see people parking like this?
Yes.
Some people really lose their reason.
The serious point is that unless there's something we don't know about,
Yeah.
that is the example, they should be fined.
Yeah.
There's just no need for it.
Does that
whatsoever.
actually exist? Is there such thing as a fine if you haven't taken a space properly?
It depends.
The disabled place,
There is on the street parking, the proper sort of pay and display bays. Yes, if you're not in the bay,
Really?
you get fined the same as you would if you were parking. Sorry, if you weren't paying.
You hadn't paid, right. I never knew
But in
that.
those sort of what do you call them, shopping centre type car parks, it's down to the rules and regulations of that car park, I think, and the signs being displayed telling you what's going to happen and all that sort of stuff. So it's not as, in the likes of
risky, is it?
street parking in Manchester, ruthless. If you're outside the bay, if you're taking up 2 parking spaces, even if you paid for one of them, you're fined as if you haven't paid. End of.
Wow. That's
Because
good
you've
to
taken
know,
up
though.
2 spaces.
But it makes sense. Yeah, it
does
is a
make
big
sense.
bugbear.
But
of
that
people,
thing
though.
about people parking in disabled spots, taking up 2 spaces, fine them.
Get
Fine
them fines.
We'll clamp them and make them pay the money before they're allowed to drive off.
I've had that's happened to me at home in Ireland years ago.
Make them.
Not for parking, by the way. I just
No.
Oh, you got clamped?
Clamped.
got clamped. Yeah.
Don't know if
That's all the time we have for this evening, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, Stephen Lindsay and Tom Shores.
Thank you
and
very
we
much.
had a brief appearance from Chewbacca as well. We are back tomorrow night for another daily rundown. Dan Morford will be joining you then. Until then, have a very good evening. What have you got to say?
He's going on about the 50p shop again.
Oh, thank you. Good night.